Welcome to the fifth video in the series. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Let's see what we're going to do. Leftovers. Got plenty of those. Last video, we had a marathon run to finish the object loader. I did check the video to make sure it was okay, and I found, well, errors. Yeah. 153. It should be at T3. So 153. Let's take a look along there. Yep. And T3. We want the address. So that's a typing mistake. None of these will be picked up with a compile, so there you go. That's just from me watching the video. 159. ABCD. Yeah, 180. ABC. Yeah, copy and paste, isn't it? 59. A. B. C. And D. There was no E. Make sure the line above it's correct. Yeah, that's okay. So that's 158. And the last one, 180. ABC. Yeah, done it again, answer. Copy and paste. Just copy and paste errors, that's all they are. That's the worst thing about copy and pasting. Should never do it. Can't overemphasize that really, but yeah, happens. Let's just have a quick look at what notes I put in. This requires us to open and read the .mtl file, and materials, pushback, new material, etc. And I'll be using textures for now, so no worries. Yeah, I'm going to be doing textures separate, so I'm not even going to bother with that, but that's just a note to myself what to do. Yeah, that's okay. Save that out. Looking good. Let's get rid of the error list. There we go. Fantastic. Those are just ones I spotted whilst doing the review on the video. We're all good. Let's have a cup of coffee. Oh, hey. I'm pretty confident that that's going to work now. No, I'm not just pretty confident. I'm very confident. What we got? We have just done maths. We've done our model loader, raw model. Okay. It's in models. And I got coffee. So we can ignore test for a minute. Back in models. New file. Raw model. Well, I like the model bit. How about... Oh. There we go. Model base. Base model base. Yeah, that page. I don't mind. Models, new file. And we'll call this model base. Oh, original. And this one will be .cpp. There we go. 2 new files. Get rid of main, don't need it. So our base model, or model base, how's that going to look? Well, we'll have a header file and a CPP file. It's going to look really, really ace. There you go. That's the answer. Namespaces. Namespace. I keep it conventional, so that's easy. Namespace is Amber. There we go. Namespace again. There's always a second one. Is the folder that it's in, models. There we go. Just keeps it all separated off nicely. And we're going to call this ModelBase, aren't we? Great, that sounds good to me. So, yeah, let's just have a class. Unusual for me, isn't it? Call our class. ModelBase, how about that? God, I'm really good at this. Making stuff up on the fly. It's excellent, you can do whatever you want. So, we will need an M underscore. I'm going to call this VAOID. I'll explain in a second. And I will have a counter of some kind. A vertex. Ooh, a vertex. Done it again. Vertex count. Is it going to be a vertex count, or is it just going to be an index? It's going to be an index. It's not going to have anything to do with the vertexes, really, at the end of the day. I'm going to call it index count. It's only counting vertices if it's vertices that we're using, but we're using all the indexing and everything, aren't we? All right, that'll do that. Public. We will have a constructor of some kind. There. Constructor is ModelBase. And it's going to have, this is pretty straightforward, VAO ID and index count. There we go. I think that'll do it. Semicolon. Do we need a destructor? No, not really. Yeah. I think that's going to be roughly about it. Let's get our class sorted out with a semicolon at the end. It's looking simply okay. So standard C++ practice is to do this. With VAOID. All that's going to do, I'm just going to write it in the header file. Is going to return M underscore VAO ID, semicolon. Put space there to make it look better. That's standard practice to do that kind of thing. No problem in doing it, really. It's a simple way of just getting the value into another function, I suppose, which is probably what we want to do. So, I mean, this is a storage function, the ModelBase. It's just the basics, the base information. So get index. Oh dear. Index count, is it? Yeah. And that's just going to return, you guessed it, index count. Check that I'm right. A VAOID and an index count. Well, that was easy, blades. What was difficult about that? Squiggly lines, maybe? Nah, none of those. So I'll save that out, and that's it. Isn't that complicated? What I'm doing is I'm going to be storing an ID from OpenGL, which is for a vertex attribute object. There you go, that's something new for you. That's why I called it VAO, vertex attribute object. That's what it's called in OpenGL, and that's what we're going to call it. Each vertex attribute object is basically all that stuff that we loaded up in OBJ loader. And OpenGL is going to give all of that stuff an ID, and our model base is going to record that. We're also going to record the index count, because that really, at the end of the day, is the size of our object. How much information is to be stored, is to be gone through, and it also, how can you put it? It does a few extra little bits and pieces on the side, I guess. I was going to call it vertex count to start off with because that's roughly what it is, but it changes shape halfway through into an index. So don't worry about that. That's in my tiny little brain floating around having a good time. So this is how you write a basic C++ file. You have a header file, you have a CPP file, it has a class in it, it has a couple of variables, it has a constructor, and it usually has possibly setters and getters. Setters would be void set VAOID, and then open brackets, MVAOID equals the input, whether it wasn't VAOID. In the brackets. It's pretty simple stuff. That is base C++. And this is coffee. Damn, that's nice. I'll copy you lot. I think I will copy you lot. There is something wrong with it. Always have space at the end. Why, Blades? Why do you always have a space at the end? Visual Studio 2017 and, well, from 2010 onwards. If you don't have that space at the end, weird things can happen with your compiler. Interesting. No, Microsoft doesn't have any problems. Copy, please. Let's go to our base model. Let's include, again, why the second line? Same reason. I never put anything on the first line because the first and the last line seem to cause problems with compilers. Well, certain compilers. I will not name them. I will not name them all. What are we going to put in here? Base model. I didn't call it capital B. Why has it got me a capital B there? What is going on here? Okay, fine. The includes on this are not working properly, as we already know. Hash include base model.h is completely wrong. That's why. Model base. Thank you. Model base, as in the base of a model. Yes, thank you. Grief. Now it's right. Yeah, we're happy. We're happy. V. Control V puts it all in. This is what we've got. We've got a namespace. Got the class, which I'll keep. Get rid of that. Bring you back. Nearly got my brain in order. So V, Control V that was. Take that off. Put some brackets in. None of the rest of this is needed. That's not needed. Take that lot out. Oh, last. Yeah. That's it. What do we need to put in there, if anything? Nothing really, because I'm going back to, I think, the standard way of doing things, which is to put a colon at the end, and then put tab m underscore VAO ID, open brackets equals BAO ID, and then it's just comma and M underscore index count, open brackets equals index count. Yeah, that'll do it. All the squigglies can go away now. There's no comma at the after the last one, it goes straight in. So this I can mark as empty. How's about that for a file? That's got to be the smallest ever. Save. That's got to be the smallest ever file you'll ever see me do, because that is how far down the list we can go. It's got to be the simplest. It's the base for the model. It's going to have the ID for all the information and an index count to help us with that information and the size of it. There we go. That's all it's going to do. We've done our modifications there. Test what I modified here. Oh, nothing. I was just messing about here. I got... Oh, yes. I modified the hash include to the correct path, which is correct, by the way, because I don't need to put source in front of it. It's already there. Can I show it? Yep, MBSL. Yep, it's here. It's this one I'm using. So source is already there. I wonder if it's that... No, it doesn't need a slash at the end. It's automatically doing things properly. So, yeah, that's ModelBase H, Pragma once, of course, and a ModelBase.cpp. Done. So we go here, and we type in that we have done a ModelBase. There's no real way of testing it, and the only way of testing it is by eye, look at your spelling, and that's it. ModelBase complete. Can't think of any tests. Anybody who can? If you can, let me know. I mean, for spelling mistakes on this one, it would really come up with squiggly lines. No, semicolons are in the right place. Semicolon, yeah. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah. So if I include this, I can now have a model base. I'm going to include it somewhere, just realised. I'm going to include this model base into our OBJ loader. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. I was thinking about it at the time to start with ModelBase, but I decided against it because I wanted to get the OBJ files out of the way with first. Makes things a lot easier, so it's up one level, and then it's ModelBase.h. There we go. That will give us ModelBase. I want that to be our output. I want that information from our OBJ loader. So I am going to say ModelBase. Okay, it's got a small m on it. That's a capital M. That's a capital M. What is it playing around at now? I've done something wrong, haven't I? OBJ.h. up one level, and then I want that file there. Yeah, it's happy with that. So why can't I have a class? That's why. Right, object loader is already in Amber. So all I need then is the correct models. There we go, got it. Sorry, my bad. I keep forgetting how to do this. C++ has these things. You've got to put in its namespace because this file is not inside the namespace of the model's namespace. It's in its own. So if I've done that in here, I've also got to do it, yeah, in the CPP file. So we'll take that, we'll copy it, and we'll go to Object Loader CPP. Told you this would change. Actually, what's them down here? I need to put something in, don't I? Something like model. What am I doing? Just Control V. Models A. Semicolon. Return A. Semicolon. Otherwise, it's just going to complain to the high heavens. I haven't got one. It's no longer a void. We want our model base. I'm hesitating because do I want a pointer or not? The answer is no. I want a copy of it. The reason being, and I'll show you why, is whatever we put in here, any information, when we do the conversion, we're going to put the conversions directly into memory here. And that means, oh no, we're not going to use, yeah, we're going to use star. We need to then take a copy of everything and put it through to wherever it's going to, because it's because of this thing here. Anything that we put in here in the convert data is going to get killed here. We've already cleaned out the stuff at that point using clean. That cleans out everything up to there. That is going to clean out anything that's up to here automatically. So I've got to be careful what I do here. There we go. That's a couple of ints, isn't it? That's what it's asking for. So that will now return A. You can test for that. To be honest with you. What would you do to test it? You'd have to compile this first of all, wouldn't you? Yeah, probably. That might help. So, executable. Why do I keep deleting these? It's to make sure that I get a new executable. Same problem with Visual Studio. It will only do incremental buildings sometimes to make things faster. Well, I don't need things that are faster. It's fast enough already. That's Jason. Here we go. And SL. There we go. Terminal. Run build task. Operation on I may be undefined. Degree sequence. Where's this? OBJ loader. 11967. 119, please. operation on I equals I plus idiot Chris. Let's do that. And let's try the terminal. Run build task. Second time round. Fine. Yeah. Never ignore warnings. Yeah, it builds and it runs, but it's a warning that you've just slightly overdone it. You've overcooked it a little. That actually does the same thing as I++. It does exactly the same, but the correct way of putting it is I++. Let's be honest, it's one of those things. Just hit return, that will disappear. You seem to be okay. You're returning something. Pop you back to test. Okay, that's you fine. OBJ loader, fine. And that's it. Here we go. Test. So it's no longer that. It's hash include, and it's models / base model, isn't it? Model base. Yeah. Model base, capital S. .h. Yeah, I like that. Even if oh, it's done it. It's worked. Yes, good. Right, I seem to have tempered the nastiness of the green squiggle. Yay! So what we would do here is we would say that let me just put a space in so it'll help me out. Amber colon. Here we go. Models is up and running. Yeah. Colon. Model base, and I'll just call it X. And then it equals. Ooh, flashes it up. Thank you. Equals the object loader of load object head. And we've got printf in here. I don't really like all this STD stuff. Let's get rid of that for a minute, because obviously I'm trying to get towards it. I think we have printf. Yeah, we do. What we're going to output. Test output. I want a /n in there, please. I want to just bring it down a line. Escape n, test output. And it's going to be integers, percent d, colon, percent d, space, /n. Actually, it does it automatically, doesn't it? On printf that. Yes, it does. Don't need a /n. Good. And we are going to have, if that will get out of the way, x dot. Yes, that's right. They just come up automatically, like that. Comma x dot. And we'll have the second one. Yeah, that's okay. Semicolon. Oh no. Semicolon. Okay, happy. S. Let's have a look, see what it does. Yeah, of course it is. Dough. It's not there. My fault. My bad. So here we need, this is ambersl.pro. We haven't updated it, that's all. So it's source, models, and then it's ModelBase.cpp. And on here, we can put a slash, and then we can put in source, models, ModelBase.h. That helps, doesn't it? And whilst we're at it, because we're going to have to recompile in a second, I want to just do something slightly different on this. What can I do? What can I do? Something of more meaningful test. What are these? They're useless, don't work. Yeah, check. Don't want to make the previous errors that I've made. Source models. Let's see if there's something in here. How's about the size of faces? Or the number of text lines? Let's try that. Where do we start here? Yeah, here we go. I've got to do it before we clean. So int test equals m underscore line, is it? Yeah. Oh, we don't have it here, do we? Yes, we do. Line. It's probably my spelling. Yeah, it's just my spelling. Line of text. And we'll take its size. That's an integer. Is that correct? And I've just pop test in there. It's an integer. We're allowed to keep it. Okay, so basically what I'm looking at now is a 0 for success, and test to see if we can have the number of lines printed onto the screen. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'll go with that. That's already there. So what do we need? Tasks. My throat's going again. Where's my coffee? As we're trying to do things. Coffee's going cold. Control S to save. Terminal. Right, that's it. Ah, there we go. That's what I want there. Okay, that's fine. Terminal. Oops. Save. Terminal. Run build task. Yeah, looking good. See what we get. There you go. Test. Ooh, put 53.0. Okay. Oh, right, we read it back the wrong way around. That was all. 53. My spelling on output there was, ooh, magic. So 53 is the answer. 53 what, blades? Test output is 53. If I put the index count on the other side, it'd be correct because get VAOID was the first thing. Oh dear. So I'll cut that. I don't know. My brain thinking backwards again. Let's just swap it round. So, terminal. Run build task. Done. Run. There you go. 053 is the answer. Yeah, what does that answer then? That answers how big our head is. Is that what it is? Yeah. That answers how big our head is. Is it really that big? 53. What have I done? Oh, dear me. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's 53. There we go. What is the size of our body? Are we fat? No, don't say that. Body. Terminal. It is body, yeah. Body, yeah. Build task. I'm having fun. This is bad. What do we get? 2931. 2931. What's that then? Let's see if I'm talking gibberish, shall we? Body 2931. Whee! 2931. There you go. I told you those spaces at the end are important. Right. So we now have a file reading in from our OBJs, giving us correct results when we ask it to give a certain result. It's giving the correct numbers. So far it's sounding, ooh, pretty good. I mean, you can test any of them out if you want. Like the number of faces or the number of indexes, the number of vertices or whatever. If you want to know the number of vertices, just load it up into Blender, and along the top bar on the right hand side it'll tell you how many vertices there are. So you can match up the numbers using Blender. Will they be accurate? Probably not. We might not have read all the vertices. I'm not sure. It'd be a good test. But yeah, that's it. I'm happy. It's a very simple test. And oops, plus. Let's put everything in there. Tick. Everything's done. Oh, I put 4 of my last saves onto my server. Thank you. And that is our program. Wow. Press any key to close is coming up. Loading the object. Oh, it's just beautiful. That loading the object file. Need a /n on it. Is there anything I'll change? Oh, that's in the yeah, I'll change it now. No, well, I can change it from here, can't I? Yeah, I can. There you go. Just add it there. No, it doesn't like it. That's typical. No, I'll change it in the load part. I'll do it properly. Test. Yeah. Source models, object loader. Here we go. Lots of it. Here we go. And there we are. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. Wow, complicated stuff. \n just means return carriage. It's a standard notation from years and years ago. from printer. When printers came along, /n just used to be the escape character for return carriage, and it's just carried on from there, basically. It's not important to know the history of /n, but I just thought I'd mention it. Yeah, everything's happy. Yay! I'm happy. Are you happy? You've just programmed a bit more. Yes, we have a bit more. What's coming up in next episode? We shall have model textured. So we've got model base, model textured. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that next. Sounds good. Let's have fun. You lot take care. We'll do a bit of texturing soon, and enjoy. Have fun.